My name is Lior Vaknin, and I've helped hundreds of service business owners and contractors master lead generation themselves without ever needing to depend on marketing agencies. This video is part of an online series that I'm making answering your questions. And in today's video, we're going to dive into a question from one of my customers. This is someone who purchased our, one of our low ticket products. This is the Facebook ads blueprint. This is a guide. I think it goes for like $32 or $34. You can check it below later if you want. But his question is, hey, I'm in the middle of your guide to create a Facebook campaign. I'm selling new garage doors and I bleeped his address for privacy. The campaign says to choose one interest. If you could tell me which interest is recommended, in this area would help me a lot. Thank you very much anyways. So this is a great question, and I guess the title for this video would be what targeting or what interest group you should be focusing on with your service business. And so let's jump into the iPad and let me try to illustrate how you need to think about interest and targeting in 2025. Okay? So here, let's call it Facebook ads. Could be Meta ads, Instagram ads, okay? All this suite. So within it, basically, we have campaigns. And underneath the campaign, we have ad set. I'll explain to you what each one of them is responsible. Then we have the ads, and this is pretty much it. And of course, if you want underneath the ad, this is either it's going to go to a lead form or to a landing page. Let me make sure that you're seeing this, right? So it could go to different funnels, but overall, this is what a Facebook ads campaign structure looks like. Now, the campaign, this is mainly responsible for the objective. Okay, what is the objective that we're trying to get? Are we trying to get more views? Are we trying to get more sales? Are we trying to get more leads? Are we trying to get more followers, more messages? What are we trying to get? This is something that we're setting up in the campaign level, okay? You can also set up your budget. I personally like to set up the budget in the ad set, but this is also a possibility. Then we have the ad sets. Now in the ad set, this is responsible for our targeting. Okay? So who are we targeting? Who's the audience that we're trying to reach? And then of course the ad has basically the creative, right, which is our copy plus image. Freaking hate this tablet thing. I'm not really good at it, but in any case, our video, right? So this is basically the structure, right? So in the ad set, in my guide, I'm saying, hey, in the ad set, what you need to pick is one of your avatars. Now he asks me this question, but the truth of the matter is, first of all, let's talk about targeting. In 2025. Or let's do number one. You want to make it one based on your ideal avatar. Okay? Who's your ideal avatar? Maybe I know in this specific case, okay, or I think I know, but the thing is that you as a business owner, you know who your best client and how they look like. Are they in the age range of 35 to 55? Are they homeowners? Are they, what's their level of income? What's their zip code? Who they are and how they look like. And you can set all these things up in the ad set. Okay? So this is number one. You know better than any marketing and any marketer who's your ideal avatar. And this should be at least one of your ad set. Now, the second point is that you want to have multiple ad sets. Okay, you don't want to rely just on what you think your ideal avatar, but you want to create multiple ad sets with multiple avatars. Number 3 is that you want one of these ad sets, you want to keep them without targeting. Why do we want to keep it without targeting? Because in 2025, Facebook algorithm, in I would say 80 to 90% of the times, it would outperform and it would know to find your ideal avatar based on the objective. And this is the most important piece of the puzzle. Based on the objective that you set, it will know how to find your ideal client. Now, if you're choosing in the objective, you're choosing that you want to get more views, well, it'll find you the best people at the best cost to get the most amount of views possible. If it's clicks, it will get you the most amount of clicks for your budget. If it's, comments or interactions or messages or whatnot, it will know how to target and how to focus on these objectives. So based on your objective, if the objective is, let's say, lead form submission, one of the ad sets, at least one of them, needs to be without targeting. Why? Because the Facebook algorithm knows how to do this in 2025 in 80 to 90% of the times better than any targeting of our ideal avatar. Okay? So this is point number 3. One of them should be without any targeting. And fourth is that test and then optimize. And what I mean by that is that you can start up with a low budget of, let's say, $20 to $50 a day per ad group, or ad set, and let it run for, let's say, a week. So let's say you're running 3 to 4 different ad sets for your objective. You want to get leads and you're testing, let's say, 2 or 3 different, groups. One, you're focusing on their age. The other one, you're focusing only on females. The third one, you're focusing on, whatever lookalike audience of people who maybe liked your page or your Instagram or interacted with you. And the fourth, like I said, it's called Advantage Plus. You're just living it without any targeting and you just let it run. And after a week, you're seeing the results. Which one of these ad sets gets the best results? And if we're talking about, let's say in this subjective, leads, is the most amount of leads for the least amount of money, right? So the cost per lead for, let's say, without targeting is $5 and with our ideal avatar is $20. Obviously, we would prefer to pay $5 per lead. So we would test it, let it run for a week, and then we would optimize, meaning that we would kill these other ad sets that aren't performing as good as the one that is ripping, the one that is actually crushing it, and we would allocate the budget to the one that is crushing. This is how you do targeting. This is how you do, basically, it's a very simple formula on how to run Facebook ads successfully. Now, if you want to go even deeper and, like understand step by step from A to Z how the whole thing works, you can check down the link. You can check down underneath this video. There's going to be a link to our low ticket product, which is basically a step-by-step guide. Okay, it's like a PDF format guide. It takes you A to Z on how to set the whole thing up, as well as if you want to work more closely with me, where we can help you actually build your entire marketing channel for you and help you become the best marketer for your business. Because after training hundreds of business owners who spend tens of millions of dollars collectively, on ads, running their own marketing themselves and doing it better than any marketing agencies ever, we know that nobody cares about you, and you as a business owner, this is your main job, to learn how to master lead generation yourself. So there's going to be a link underneath this video. I hope this video helped you. As always, if you have questions, drop them down in the comment section below, where I'll be happy to dive deeper, answer whatever question you might have. And if you like this video and you want to see more videos on how you can, crush it with Google Ads, SEO, Meta Ads, whatever it is for your service business, this is what we specialize in. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to check also this video right here for more relevant content for you as a business owner. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you here in the next one. Peace.